There are multiple installation methods for this product. Generally, it is required that the gap at the bottom of the door be greater than 4 mm and less than 15 mm. If the gap at the bottom of the door is less than 4 mm, the floor guide can be rotated 180 degrees before installation. This installation method is not limited by the size and thickness of the gap at the bottom of the door. The first installation method is the most commonly used, which requires 2 floor guides to be placed in front and behind the door panel. However, it should be noted that this installation method requires the distance between the door panel and the wall to be greater than 9 mm, and the thickness of the door panel to be greater than 20 mm. If the thickness of the door panel is less than 20 mm, it can be considered to rotate one of the floor guides for installation, or even rotating 2 to accommodate thinner door panels. Rotate 2 to install. Pay attention to the distance between the door and the wall being greater than 20 mm. The second installation method is used to deal with situations where the distance between the door and the wall is very narrow, and only one floor guide needs to be installed. At the same time, this installation method can also handle situations where the door panel is relatively thin, but the user experience is not as good as installing 2 floor guides. The third installation method requires a slot at the bottom of the door panel, and the size of the slot is shown in the figure. Install the floor guide in the middle of the bottom of the door panel. If it is a double door installation, simply multiply the number of floor guides installed on a single door by 2. Before installation, you need to bring the following tools by yourself. Next, we will demonstrate the installation process. Here are the product parameters. Thank you for watching.